Hello, NBA fans. Daily news about the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm a fan of the Lakers show and I hope you'll subscribe to the channel and give it a like. A roster update could help the Lakers have a stronger roster for this season, and 76ers player Quentin Grimes has been evolving in the NBA and is a great player. Trade suggestion: the Lakers send Jared Vanderbilt and Dalton Connect to the 76ers and receive Quentin Grimes. Los Angeles may gamble on Quentin Grimes' upside through a sign-and-trade with the Sixers. If the Los Angeles Lakers' pursuit of Andrew Wiggins falls short, the franchise could pivot to an alternative trade idea centered on Quentin Grimes, a restricted free agent currently tied to the Philadelphia 76ers. While Wiggins remains the more proven veteran fit, Grimes offers a younger, cost-controlled option who could blossom into a future star alongside LeBron James and Luka Doncic. Los Angeles Lakers receive Quentin Grimes via sign-and-trade. Philadelphia 76ers receive Jared Vanderbilt, Dalton Connect, 2031 Los Angeles Lakers first-round pick. For this deal to work, Grimes would need to agree to a 3-year, $60 million deal, averaging $20 million annually. While that's a significant commitment, it falls in line with the rising salary cap and the value of young two-way wings in today's NBA. The 76ers have not offered Grimes the big contract he seeks, which opens the door for a sign-and-trade. By doing this, Philadelphia avoids losing him for nothing while adding Jared Vanderbilt, a versatile defender and rebounder, along with Dalton Connect, a promising rookie shooter, plus a valuable future first-round pick from the Lakers. This could be Plan B for the Lakers. Grimes turned heads last season after arriving from the Mavericks, averaging 21.9 points, 5.2 rebounds, and 4.5 assists while shooting 46.9% from the field and 37.3% from three-point range. Those numbers may be inflated because Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, and Paul George were sidelined for extended stretches, giving him more touches and offensive responsibility. Still, his production shows what he can do when given the opportunity. Even if his raw scoring numbers dip in Los Angeles, Grimes' skill set, perimeter shooting, secondary playmaking, and perimeter defense fit well alongside the Lakers' core. Wiggins has been at the top of the Lakers' wish list because of his championship experience and defensive versatility. He's a proven two-way wing who can guard multiple positions, score 15 to 18 points consistently, and thrive in a complementary role. Grimes, on the other hand, represents more of a gamble. He isn't as physically imposing as Wiggins, and his defensive reputation, while strong, is not yet cemented at the same level. Critics argue that his numbers from last season were circumstantial, the byproduct of a Sixers roster riddled with injuries. But Grimes is only 25 years old and already considered an elite perimeter defender with sharp footwork, the ability to navigate screens, and quick hands to generate steals. Unlike Wiggins, who is firmly in his prime, Grimes still has room to grow. The Lakers could be betting on his ceiling rather than relying solely on his current resume. This deal can be a risk for the Lakers, but also can be highly rewarding. The risk for the Lakers is clear: giving up a promising rookie in Connect and a distant first-round pick for a player who might not live up to his inflated production. Unlike Wiggins, who is a safer bet, Grimes is still in the potential star category. The reward, however, could be significant. If Grimes grows into his scoring role while maintaining his defensive edge, the Lakers could lock in a long-term two-way wing at a reasonable cost before his value soars. The Lakers will continue to pursue Andrew Wiggins aggressively because he's the sure fit. But if those talks stall, Quentin Grimes offers an intriguing Plan B. He may not bring Wiggins' pedigree, but his youth, upside, and defensive chops make him a worthy gamble for a franchise that needs athletic wings to surround its superstar trio. In the end, it comes down to risk tolerance. Wiggins provides security, while Grimes represents a swing at upside. For a team balancing win-now urgency with long-term sustainability, the Lakers might not have the luxury of ignoring either path. Lakers Magic Johnson loves bad boy LeBron James, but he's no Michael Jordan. Hall of Fame guard Magic Johnson's take on the ongoing GOAT debate between Lakers All-Star LeBron James and Michael Jordan. Ahead of Los Angeles Lakers All-Star LeBron James' 23rd NBA season, Hall of Fame guard Magic Johnson weighed in on the biggest GOAT debate in basketball: Michael Jordan or LeBron? Johnson is one of the greatest Lakers in franchise history. Still, he didn't side with James, who led Los Angeles to its 17th championship in 2020. Magic listed Jordan over James. Johnson, who lost to Jordan and the Chicago Bulls 4-1 in the 1991 NBA Finals, says James is elite, but he's no MJ, he said, per the Earn Your Leisure podcast. "I'm always going to be honest with myself. The only thing I beat Michael in is them no-look passes and leadership. Ain't no question," Johnson said. "Just like it ain't no question what he going to do to me, dunks and all that. But that's what makes him a bad boy. The best that's ever done it. Don't get it twisted, I love LeBron. But..." Laughs when Michael Jordan took off with that tongue out. "Man. Listen, a lot of you weren't born then, 1991, against my Lakers. Right hand, we thought we had him. Then he looked at us mid-air, switched it to the left. Tongue out. Glass. Bucket. Nobody alive has been able to do that. That boy is too bad. I'm telling you. But yeah, LeBron is a bad boy, too. But he's not Michael," Johnson concluded. After Jordan beat the Lakers to earn his first championship, he'd go on to win 2 more, beating the Portland Trail Blazers 4-2 in 1992, and the Phoenix Suns 4-2 in 1993. Charles Barkley on how Lakers LeBron James isn't Michael Jordan. Hall of Fame forward Charles Barkley, who lost the NBA Finals to Michael Jordan and the Bulls in 1993, explained why Lakers LeBron James is no Jordan. Barkley says Jordan's killer instinct differed from James and that Hall of Fame guard Kobe Bryant had the same approach as MJ. While Barkley still considers James to be one of the NBA's greatest players, Jordan and Bryant's cold-hearted demeanor is what separated them from the pack, he said, per the Bill Simmons podcast. "The 3 best players I've ever seen were Michael, Kobe, and LeBron," Barkley said. "And I'll tell you the difference in the 3. Michael and Kobe are dangerous, they will kill you. LeBron's a nice guy. And that's not a knock. He's still great, but he's a nice guy." Barkley also sees shades of James in Oklahoma City Thunder champion Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Who should the Lakers dream of pairing with Luka once LeBron leaves? Los Angeles Lakers star forward LeBron James is still active with the team and a terrific player, but it probably isn't too early for the Lakers to start thinking about life after him. The 40-year-old is only under contract for 1 more season and could retire from the league or join another team in free agency in the summer of 2026. Once James departs the Lakers one way or another, who should the Lakers dream of pairing with star guard Luka Doncic? Here are 3 premier players who would make a lot of sense next to Doncic in Los Angeles. Anthony Davis. There are some people who might be surprised to see Davis on this list, as he was a member of the Lakers less than 1 year ago. He was a casualty of Los Angeles's move to trade for Doncic before the 2025 deadline. Davis was also plagued by injury once again a season ago, and there's reason to believe his injury luck won't get any better as he continues to age. He's already 32 years old and will turn 33 in March. But a healthy Davis would be an attractive fit alongside Doncic in part because of his defensive chops. There are few players in the league who are better at defending the rim and making up for their teammates' mistakes on that side of the ball. He would also give the Lakers a dominant scorer at the big man spot, and the team doesn't have a player who fits that bill right now. Newcomer DeAndre Ayton has had some decent scoring seasons in the NBA, but he just recently averaged a career-low 14.4 points per game with the Portland Trail Blazers last season. It's worth noting that for as much as a Davis reunion would make sense for the Lakers on paper, it's unclear if the 10-time All-Star would have any interest in rejoining a team that shipped him away in stunning fashion. The soonest he could become a free agent is 2027. Any other move for him would have to come via trade, which seems especially unlikely. Nikola Jokic. Of the players featured here, Jokic is probably the biggest pipe dream for the Lakers. There's no reason to believe that Jokic is overly anxious for a change of scenery, as he's arguably the best player on the planet and helped the Denver Nuggets to a title somewhat recently in 2023. With that in mind, however, pairing Doncic with Jokic would give the Lakers two generational offensive talents, and it's difficult to believe any team would be able to keep Los Angeles's offensive attack in check. Doncic can drop 30 points and 10 assists in his sleep, but so can Jokic, as he averaged a triple-double last season. It would be unwise to double-team either of the two players because of how talented they are as playmakers, but at the same time, it's incredibly difficult to keep them from doing damage in one-on-one situations. Essentially, teams would be left guessing about how to defend the Lakers if they were spearheaded by Doncic and Jokic. If there's anything that fans want to cling to in the hope that Jokic will one day join Doncic on the Lakers, it's that the two share a tight bond. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo seems to be the player here with the best chance of changing teams in the near future. He's been in trade rumors this offseason after spending the past several seasons playing for middling Milwaukee Bucks teams, and Milwaukee's future doesn't look all that bright with the talent deficit it has. The timing might work out for Antetokounmpo to join the Lakers next offseason. If Antetokounmpo sticks around with the Bucks for one more season and Milwaukee underwhelms again, he could ask out in the summer of 2026 just as James leaves. Another possible scenario is that Antetokounmpo could decline his player option after the 2026-27 season and become an unrestricted free agent in the summer of 2027 and sign with the Lakers then. Antetokounmpo might just be the preeminent two-way player in the NBA today, and his addition would put the Lakers in a prime position to contend for titles in the coming years. But the team would likely have to give up an arm and a leg in any potential trade for him, so pursuing him in free agency down the line would maybe be the smarter move. Lakers have changed key stance following Luka Doncic extension. Earlier this summer, star guard Luka Doncic made a long-term commitment to the Los Angeles Lakers organization. He agreed to an incredibly lucrative 3-year, $165 million deal to keep him under contract with the storied franchise for the foreseeable future. Following Doncic's expression of allegiance to the Lakers, the team has apparently altered its stance on roster improvements. According to The Athletic's Dan Woik, Los Angeles had avoided scenarios that would have involved taking on contracts that spanned beyond the coming season, but the team's priorities are now more aggressive. According to team and league sources, the Lakers' stance on roster improvements heading into this season has shifted because of the start of this new chapter together, Woik wrote. While the Lakers had resisted scenarios in which the team would take on contracts that lasted beyond the 2025-26 season earlier this summer, Doncic's multi-year commitment has nudged LA's priorities in more aggressive directions. The Slovenian's future in Los Angeles was somewhat murky before he agreed to an extension with the team back in August. Doncic originally had a player option for the 2026-27 campaign. He could have eventually declined that option to become an unrestricted free agent in the summer of 2026. That would have been a nightmare scenario for a Los Angeles squad that traded an arm and a leg to acquire him leading up to the February trade deadline. Fortunately for the Lakers, that scenario was avoided. Doncic is the engine that makes LA's offense go with his gifts as both a scorer and playmaker, and how the team fares in the coming season will hinge largely on his play. With Doncic now expected to be in the fold for a long time, LA projects to be competitive for years to come, which explains the apparent stance change detailed by Woik. It's also important that the Lakers make the most of Doncic's prime and try to contend for titles year after year with the generational talent in the fold. With the right core around him, Doncic has already proven that he can lead a team to championship territory. After all, he helped the Dallas Mavericks make a surprise run to the 2024 NBA Finals. Hopefully, the Lakers will soon go out and act in a way that supports Woik's report definitively by acquiring an impactful player who is under contract beyond the coming campaign. It's not even training camp, but Lakers rookie is already on thin ice. The Los Angeles Lakers traded up to draft Adou Thiero 36th overall, but the rookie is now part of a franchise that is all in around a prime superstar with a 40-year-old co-star. The time is now. The Lakers want to build a serious title contender around Luka Doncic and will need a trade to realize their full potential. They are light on draft picks, so Thiero could quickly be sent packing if he doesn't immediately prove himself. Rob Pelinka is high on the 6 feet 6 inches wing, but he went in the second round of the 2025 draft for several reasons. Thiero made just 28.4% from three-point range over his 3 college seasons and averaged nearly as many turnovers as assists. There is significant defensive potential, but this move will provide further evidence to Pelinka's questionable draft track record. The Lakers won't be waiting years for Thiero. The 21-year-old must prove himself quickly, or the franchise will be searching for ways to get him off their roster. LA must put shooting and defense around Doncic. Thiero needs to show improvement with his jumper, or the ripcord could quickly get pulled. Thiero is already on thin ice heading into the Lakers training camp. The Lakers dumped Jalen Hood-Schifino after just one full season in Los Angeles, and he was the 17th overall pick. They don't have time to wait. If the player is struggling to fit in or realize his potential, the Lakers will cut bait. Every roster spot matters in the apron era. Oklahoma City won the championship in 2025 behind their incredible depth. The Lakers can't afford to just waste multiple roster spots on young talents who can't see the floor. Thiero gives the Lakers some youth and athleticism they need on the wing. LA is desperately looking for an option capable of guarding on the perimeter and improving their overall defense. The 21-year-old fits that mold, but being ready for NBA minutes is a different bar to clear. He took a massive leap in his 3rd college season and hopes to translate that. Fans won't know until they see him on the floor in training camp. The pressure is on immediately. From Pelinka saying the Lakers had a first-round grade on him to the team's win-now focus, all signs point to him needing to prove something immediately if he wants to stick on their roster. LA tried to trade Dalton Knecht last season and may dump Thiero before the deadline if he isn't in the rotation. It is a massive ask for a rookie to instantly prove himself in the best league in the world, but such is life on an annual contender. The Lakers have Bronny James and Dalton Knecht as young players with questionable production. They don't want 3 of those options clogging their roster, which only further ratchets up the pressure. The Los Angeles Lakers want to see Thiero make an instant impact. He missed all of Summer League, so fans are left questioning what they have in the rookie. If the 6 feet 6 inches wing doesn't quickly shine, the ice will only get thinner. Fans won't have to wait long for the answer, so stay tuned. Potential pieces of Lakers, Heat talks revealed. The Lakers have spun the tires on trade talks weeks ahead of training camp, revamping their search for two-way wings while coming to grips with what it could cost them. Report, potential pieces of Lakers, Heat talks revealed. Sidery, Lakers open to moving Knecht in package for Wiggins. According to Forbes NBA insider Evan Sidery, the Lakers and Heat have reopened trade talks around former champion and All-Star Andrew Wiggins, with forward Dalton Knecht once again in the mix. OSTS 23 points and 18 rebounds versus Los Angeles Sparks. Los Angeles is very open to moving former first-round pick Dalton Knecht alongside necessary expiring salary, Sidery posted on X Saturday. Miami wants a future first-round pick attached in the package. This development comes days after a reported shift in the Lakers' strategy, as they are now open to receiving long-term salary to build around Luka Doncic. An athletic 3-level scorer who frequently guards opposing stars, Wiggins has returned to the spotlight of Lakers trade rumors months after initial talks went nowhere. With the team's frontcourt needs still glaring and the season inching closer, many Lakers fans and analysts view him as a legitimate upgrade. However, replies to Cindery's report drew skepticism over Miami's asking price. Not getting a first because any one-on-one team trade would have to include Rui, Fred Robledo, a sports editor for the Southern California News Group, wrote in response. No way they get Rui, Knecht, filler, and first-rounder for 30-year-old Wiggins who has an extra year's worth of salary. Some Lakers fans appeared comfortable with surrendering their lone tradable first-round pick, while others cautioned against it, believing Heat president Pat Riley is trying to finesse his former franchise. The curious case of Knecht. Drafted 17th overall in 2024, Knecht has re-emerged in trade rumors months after the rescinded trade that would have sent him to Charlotte. Despite a decent rookie campaign, 9.1 ppg on 37.6% 3 points, his summer league struggles significantly affected his trade value. In 6 games between Sacramento and Las Vegas, Connect averaged 11.7 points and 4.8 rebounds on .321/.237/.643 splits. Lakers insider Jovan Buha soon reported that, according to his sources, Connect was no longer worth a first-round valuation. Did the Lakers sign Connect's replacement? With the Lakers potentially leaning toward moving on from Connect, one question to ponder is who could replace him in the depth chart. Luckily, the team may have inadvertently signed his replacement in the offseason. Jake LaRavia figures to have a decently sized role in the Lakers' rotation as a 3-and-D forward. If Connect heads out the door in favor of Wiggins, those expectations may be expedited on a team with championship aspirations.